Hey there guys and girls, how's it going? And so Kate here, I'm back today with another gaming news video. So this one's a little bit of an opinion video. But in the background you can see there's a little bit of Destiny gameplay footage here. So this is me having a crack at the multiplayer. This is from the beta that came out, I think over a week ago. Played this game like mad, absolutely loved it, had such a blast playing the beta. And this is me playing as my warlock character, so I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay footage in the background. I'll keep it running after my commentary so you can enjoy the rest of the game. In this one I did really well in this one, actually came top of the leaderboard and had a blast playing this level, so I just want to share that with you guys. But anyway, let's get on to the purpose of this actual video. So this is kind of in response to a article that was on GameSpot, and that was from the FEZ creator Phil Fish. It came out on the 18th of June, so it's been a couple of days, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on kind of what Phil Fish said and what my opinion is on it, and yeah, just weigh in on this debate that's going on YouTube at the moment. So Phil Fish, the creator of FEZ, he was quoting, and I'll put the quote directly here on the screen. This is what he said. So he said YouTubers should have to pay out a huge portion of their revenue to the developers from which they steal all their content. Fish then said in a series of tweets, revenue should be shared with developers. And then he continued, this should be built into YouTube. Anything else is basically piracy. He then went on to say, if you buy a movie, are you then allowed to stream the entirety of it publicly for people to watch for free? No, because that's illegal. Alright, so this is kind of a hot topic. It's been a hot topic really since kind of the new copyright laws that YouTube introduced into the site at the end of last year, and a lot of videos were being kind of flagged for copyright issues, and a lot of kind of big game developers came in and weighed in on it, like Ubisoft and that kind of thing, and did provide some support to YouTubers. But it has really made this topic a very hot topic at the moment. And Phil Fish is just one of the people that do think that YouTubers kind of should pay money for basically uploading gameplay footage from games. Now for me, I can understand some of the things that he's talking about, but I'm kind of half and half on this. So I think that actually YouTubers actually do kind of a service, completely free service really, for video game developers. They are a form of advertising, it's basically free marketing. So I know myself personally that if I'm interested in a game, but I'm not sure about whether I'm going to buy it, and a lot of next gen titles now, they cost you a lot of money. They're not cheap. They're like $60 straight off the bat. So a lot of people now are having to be really picky and really choosy. Unless you win the lottery, you have to really choose carefully about which games you're going to play and which games you can afford. Now YouTube is a good way for people to actually get more information about a game, actually watch some real gameplay footage, and just see somebody playing through the beginning of that game, have a look at their reactions. And then a lot of people, when they do watch Let's Plays, like myself for example, will decide on whether to buy that game or not based on the gameplay footage and the commentator's reaction and whether they're enjoying it. Definitely, that's the kind of effect that Let's Plays really have on me, and those are the kinds of Let's Plays that I really tend to check out. Games I'm interested in, but I'm on the fence on. Now, so in those ways, Let's Plays are very useful to game developers. If you're interested in a game, you're gonna buy it. Even if you watch a Let's Play or you watch it all the way through, you're gonna buy that game if you have a strong interest in it. Just like, for example, the new Last of Us Remastered Edition. I haven't watched any Let's Plays, but I know I want that game and I'm gonna buy it from day one. And watching a Let's Play on YouTube is not going to change my opinion about whether I would buy that game or not. But if I'm on the fence about something, sometimes Let's Plays can encourage me to actually buy a game. So in that way, it actually is making video game developers more money because they're getting new customers that maybe previously they wouldn't have gotten without that kind of YouTuber putting their gameplay footage online. A lot of small indie titles as well, for example, just like Minecraft. Those games, nobody would know about them if it wasn't for YouTube. Again, it's putting out that advertising. The power of social media now is huge, and Minecraft became a huge kind of craze. It's incredibly popular, and one of the reasons for that is because of YouTube. People uploading their video game gameplay, their designs, their creations up on YouTube, people checking it out, really liking it, deciding, hey, this looks fun, I'm going to go have a go and check it out. So for a lot of indie games as well, it is very, very useful for them to become more recognized and more well known. So in some ways, it's free marketing. Now, some companies don't see it that way. For example, Nintendo, they have a very, very strong reputation of really not liking their gameplay footage to be up on YouTube. And especially they hate people making money off of it. So I uploaded, gameplay footage and first reactions footage of the new Mario Kart 8, tried to monetize it, and it just got flagged straight away, and I obviously, couldn't do that. So Nintendo obviously don't like their gameplay footage being on there. But for me personally, I think that's a mistake on Nintendo's part, especially because they don't do enough marketing, especially internationally. There isn't enough marketing for Nintendo in Europe or North America as far as I'm concerned. There's too much focus for them on the Japanese market, and I don't think it hurts for them to actually have, YouTubers that are passionate about their games, that are enjoying their games and encouraging other people to play and buy them. I see nothing wrong with that, but obviously, Nintendo do think that's a big issue. Now, his second quote about, if you buy a movie, are you then allowed to stream it, in its entirety? Isn't that just illegal? You can't do that, right? So to some degree, I do agree with that. There are certain games that are very, very, very story-driven, very, very story-focused, just like The Last of Us, for example. And there are some people that will just upload, walkthroughs with no commentary whatsoever on there, just to show people. Now, I think that is going too far. I think, for games that are very, very story focused, I think there should be maybe potentially a limit on the number of hours that you can actually upload. So maybe you could upload the first 3 or 4 hours, maybe first 3 hours of gameplay footage onto YouTube, so people can at least watch the beginning of that game to get a sense of whether they're interested or not. I think that's okay. But uploading the entire story in its entirety, of course, I think that's too much. There are certain story-based games, like, for example, The Last of Us, other story-based games like The Witcher, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, all these things that are very story-focused. I don't think you should be able to upload the game in its entirety. I think there should be a limit, but I think it should be on the number of hours that you can actually upload, rather than, blocking the uploading of any play footage whatsoever, because those games are fantastic. But yeah, I'd much rather play that game than watch it on YouTube. Absolutely. So yeah, I think for those kinds of story focused games, totally. But there are some story focused games that are a little bit grey. So for example, Mass Effect, these kinds of RPGs where they have, a variety of choices within a game, and that completely changes that whole storyline experience for you. Your experience of playing that game will be completely different to another player's experience. In that way, your gameplay footage is unique and unique to you. So I think in terms of that, I think it's fine to upload those kinds of like RPG story-based games, so that people can actually say, different endings or different paths that their game didn't take, but somebody else did do. Because I find that fascinating, and I always check out, like, what happened if you romanced this character, if you followed this path, because I'm really interested in that, and I absolutely check out those kinds of, let's play videos online. So I think for that it's fine. I think for multiplayer games as well, I think there's no problem whatsoever with uploading multiplayer gameplay, because again, those experiences are very, very unique, you know, and it's not really story focused. And so yeah, multiplayer games like Titanfall, Call of Duty, you know, the new Destiny, those things are totally fine. And I think uploading multiplayer gameplay is fun, and it's quite enjoyable to watch multiplayer gameplay, to see, you know, how people play with other people and how they react and everything. And I quite enjoy watching multiplayer gameplay, and I've uploaded several myself on my own channel. So I think uploading multiplayer gameplay is completely fine. So yeah, I mean, I think Phil Fish is being a little bit harsh in his kind of article. You know, the kind of tone, he's not giving a very nice tone. The kind of tone he's giving in his article and in his tweets, he's almost making YouTubers sound like they're, you know, criminals, that they're kind of thieves. And that's not really where a lot of these YouTubers are coming from. Of course, big name YouTube personalities might make a lot of money, but a lot of people that take the time and the effort to capture that gameplay footage, record a commentary for it, you know, edit it and cut it together, they put a lot of time and effort and energy into those gameplay videos. I myself personally, my Let's Play videos take me ages to do, because I have to cut it and edit it and sync the commentary and everything. So it's, for me, when I upload Let's Play videos, it's because I want to share my enjoyment of a game, my passion for a game. I want to encourage other people to see that game and possibly buy it, or, you know, play it themselves. So I think, you know, Phil Fish is a little bit cynical in his view towards YouTubers, and I don't think all YouTubers online, of course there are some, but I don't think a lot of video game YouTubers are just out there to make money. I think a lot of them are actually, you know, in it because they love games and they love the industry, and they're wanting to encourage people to buy the games they're playing for the developers and support the industry. Of course, no YouTuber online is encouraging things like piracy, and it's not piracy at all, because you know, you're playing a game. Watching something and playing it are two completely different experiences. So it isn't piracy, because, you know, if you're watching a movie, sure, the movie's just there, it doesn't change. But when you're playing a game, your experience of it is very different to somebody else's experience. You're playing that game, so it isn't the same. Comparing it to movies is not entirely accurate or correct in that way. So anyway, those are kind of my thoughts on the article from Phil Fish. I think some ways he's got a point, but I think he's been a little bit too harsh really on the YouTube community, and that's kind of my 2 cents on this whole topic at the moment that's going, you know, online. So let me know what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts on Phil Fish's comments on YouTube Let's Plays and videos online? Do you think he's being fair, or do you think he's being too harsh? Please share in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going on this. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button to show your support and get this video more out there. I do really appreciate any support that comes from my channel. You guys are awesome. And have a great day, guys and girls. And if you like what you see here, don't forget to subscribe for more up-to-date news and videos and lots of other cool things. Alright, have a great day, guys and girls, and I will catch you next time in my next video. Alright, see ya! Yeah.